Welcome to Serenity. My name is Sarah and I talk all about tea here. I have a DAVIDsTEA unboxing today that I've been trying to get to for quite a while now. It is my birthday haul. On my birthday, my sister sent me a DAVIDsTEA gift card. She actually wanted to send me tea. My mom was staying over at my house and my sister texted her and asked after I went to bed if she could go look through my tea drawer and tell her what I didn't already have. And apparently my mom didn't know the extent of my tea collection. And at the time, my tea drawer was not organized. I had made a lot of purchases over the Black Friday weekend and I had just been dumping the new tea into the drawer. So there was like no rhyme or reason to how things were being stored. I just somehow remembered where each piece was when I wanted it. It's very strange. So my mom came down in the middle of the night and opened the drawer and was like, I don't know if horrified is the right word, but she sent me the text between the two of them and it made me laugh so hard. Because my mom was like, so what are you asking me to do? And my sister said, can you tell me what tea she has? And my mom was like, I don't think that's possible. Because like I've said before, I have like most of the tea. Man, it just cracked me up. And I'm pretty sure my sister used those like bulging eyes, like red-faced cheek emojis, like terrified and like not knowing what to make of the situation. So, since I obviously ruined my sister's birthday and Christmas plans for me, she sent me a gift card on my actual birthday instead, which then allowed me to do one of my very favorite things in the whole entire world and build up my DAVIDsTEA cart and whittle it down for like an hour and buy some tea on my birthday. So this is all courtesy of my sister. This is my birthday gift. I've been hauling this box around with me for quite a while now, hoping that I would have a spare moment to film an unboxing. And now I finally have a moment, believe it or not. I did have to choose between playing video games and doing this unboxing, so that was a little tough. I'm still in the middle of playing Dragon Age Inquisition. Such a fun game. It's really big, except Skyhold is terrifying. I have an absolutely excellent sense of direction, and I get lost in the fortress regularly, like to the point where I'm actually like Googling, where is this stuff? Where can I find Cullen? Where is his tower? I don't even know. Oh, and I've been playing the game for like 100 hours and I just found a wine cellar. Yeah, a wine cellar. And the only way I found it was when I was Googling where's Cullen, someone was like, oh, it took me 140 hours to even find that we had a wine cellar. I was like, wine cellar? Where? And then even with instructions, I walked past it like 4 or 5 times. I don't know what the designers were thinking with that fortress. Well, that's my video game talk. I got off on a little bit of a tangent there, as I tend to do. Let us get into this box because I am so excited. I don't even fully remember what I got. I will go cross-reference afterwards to make sure that all my pieces are in here, but this is my birthday box. All right, let's get it open. Ooh, they still had samples at the time. The samples have since discontinued, I think. Buddha's Blend, as always. I have a huge collection of Buddha's Blend now and I'm still too afraid to try it. I'm gonna go and get a bunch of different advice on how to properly make this. And then I'm gonna do an experiment and I'm gonna call it Facing My Fears, Buddha's Blend. And a new one. Well, not new to me, but a new sample. I haven't had this one before. Forever Nuts. I love this one. I tried it as a latte not very long ago and I think I went too weak because it mostly just tasted like pink milk. Still good though. I think I'm gonna try it again as a latte, but with more tea. And I got a label. Don't want to show you what it says though because that will give away what tea I got. But I'm pretty stoked that I have a label because this is one of my favorite teas and it's definitely getting a tin. Beautifully packaged as usual. So the first one up is DAVIDsTEA's Merry Mistletoe. I tried this one in the advent calendar and I really enjoyed it. It was nicely Christmassy. It's a nice light white tea with a hint of spice, and it has actual mistletoe in it, which I thought was really cool. I wouldn't say this is a tea that I would do a big stockpile on like some of the ones that I have, but I thought that it was unique enough that I kind of wanted to have it in my collection for when I had like the feeling of wanting something like this. I know the US didn't have this tea for a really long time for whatever reason, and it came out, I think for them, like a ways after Christmas. So Merry Mistletoe. Oh, and I have my sage diffuser going here. My mom got it for me for Christmas and I just run it all the time. And actually, oddly, my very favorite scent is Serenity. I was like, what are the odds? Okay, next one. Gingerbread Blondie. I remember trying this in store back, I don't know if it was 2 Christmases ago or 3 Christmases ago. I can't remember when they first released this one. If you hadn't been in store before, they used to have 2 or 3 different teas that they would have out for sample, just like in a little tiny shot glass size. And they would do hot or cold depending on what tea it was. And they had this one and I remember not liking it, like thinking it tasted like straight up ginger. And I don't know if it was just made wrong that day or if my taste was off, but when I had this in my advent calendar, I loved it. I actually shared it with my mom and she really enjoyed it too, so I thought this one might be a nice one to have on hand for when she's visiting. But it just has the cutest little sprinkles shaped like gingerbread men. I had so much fun doing my story for this one on Instagram. It just has the funniest little song, and I found this little gif or gif. I know that that's like a forever fight the world has on how to pronounce that word, so I'm gonna say it both ways to make both sides of the party happy. Or maybe I just enraged everyone, I don't know. But they had this like little gif or gif of a gingerbread man like slowly losing his body with like little bite marks. Oh, it made me laugh so much. And then there was another one that was like dancing, and I found the perfect song for it. Oh man, it's still stuck in my head to this day, months later, and I just thought it was so funny. It goes like this. 5 little gingerbread men in a row, not gonna eat one, no, 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 but they look so good from head to toe. Crunch, munch, whoa. Oh. I wonder if I can find that song for you. I actually went and tried to find it to download so I could send it to my brother and haunt him with it. No such luck though. I don't know where it came from, but I mean, it's glorious. It's a glorious, glorious song. So Gingerbread Blondie. I didn't have this one in my collection previously because of my semi-negative experience with the sample, which was then amended with the advent calendar. So I'm really glad I tried it again because it's a really nice tea. It's very ginger forward, but it has like a vanilla cookie vibe to it as well. And then those little sprinkles are just too cute to stand. So another nice one to add to my collection. This next one I chose because my mom loves it. I wasn't sure how long it was going to stay around for because they had it before and then it disappeared off the website for a long time. So I thought I'd grab another one in case my mom runs out of her stock. That way I can bring her some over again. And that is Blood Orange Boost. Again, another tea that I was introduced to through the advent calendar. That was actually a really, really good way to discover a whole bunch of new teas. And as you know, my sister gifted that to me and it was a surprise. I wasn't even expecting it. I came home to like a DAVIDsTEA package on my doorstep that I didn't remember ordering. But I didn't really like fully know at first that I hadn't ordered it because I have ordered tea before in the middle of the night and forgotten and come home to thinking I had another mystery package and I didn't. It's kind of a nice like almost herbal, and I don't mean herbal like herbal tea, I mean like actual herbs kind of flavor to it while having the tartness of hibiscus and then an overlay of orange, or blood orange I should say. It's funny, my very first introduction to blood oranges was when I was a teenager living in Italy and I went to market with my roommate and I bought a bunch of oranges not thinking anything of it, and I opened them up and I literally thought that they were rotten. I had no idea. I was gonna throw them all away. And she was like, no, those are blood oranges. And I'm like, ew, what? And she told me they are a really, really good orange. And then I tasted it and now all other oranges pale in comparison to me. But I'll just never forget opening that up and being like horrified at why my orange was like bloody on the inside, or so I thought. Something felt very, very wrong in that moment. And this one does have rosemary. I love rosemary. We grow it and we dry it and we throw it into a bunch of different cooking. And plus it also throws me back to when I used to play Assassin's Creed. I don't know if you guys ever played that game. It was magical. I used to play it and then like called the main character my boyfriend. And one time I was out having sushi with my aunt and I was like, oh, I gotta go home. I'm gonna play some video games with my boyfriend. And she was like, you have a boyfriend? And then my cousins were like, she means the video game character. Amazing, amazing moment. But in the game, when you would like wander through the town, you would hear random characters yell out, "Rosemary for your poultices." So every now and then when my mom and I are cooking together and she throws rosemary in, I'll just randomly scream out, "Rosemary for your poultices." That was a lot of random stories, but both blood orange and rosemary throw me back to special moments in my life. So what can I say? Hopefully you guys enjoy the tangents. I don't think I could help them. I mean, I could probably edit them out, but then the whole video would be like, here is a tea, here is a tea, here is a tea. This honestly is most likely gonna go to my mom's house. I'll have to check her stash when I'm over there later and possibly gift this to her, maybe for her birthday. I could re-gift my birthday gift for her birthday gift. There's an idea. Okay, so far, 3 teas that I have purchased because of my advent calendar. So if you are ever wanting to find a way to force yourself to try new teas, grab an advent calendar. It's a great way to explore them and to have a set time to actually drink them. I mean, I missed about 5, but I think I've mentioned before, I struggle with my stomach and sometimes certain things, it's just like, that's a no-go today. It's mostly like plain teas. I can almost always drink blends that are like fruity or desserty, but sometimes plain teas like plain black, plain green, or a breakfast blend, or even Earl Greys. I might not be able to get those down. There was about 5 days, I think they were like more of the plain teas where I still have little samplers. So I'm gonna try at some point to polish those off. If I don't get an advent calendar again next year, I kind of want to fill all the little tins with teas that I just haven't tried yet and force myself to try them each day of the month. Maybe I'll get lucky again and get another surprise advent sent to me. Okay, next one. This is a restock for me and I used my reward on it since it's a bit more of an expensive tea, and that is Vanilla Orchid. This was one of the very first oolongs that I found that I really loved. So I have this one already in my collection and I really like it, but I had read that this was a last chance tea and I just wanted to get one more bag just in case it doesn't come back again. I really enjoy it. It's a nice rich vanilla oolong. And the cool thing about oolongs is you can steep them multiple times. So I get about 3 steeps out of this before it starts tasting too watery and too plain for me. Although I do add vanilla honey each time to enhance the vanilla, since that does get diluted quite a bit after your first steep. So a really, really nice tea. If it's still there, you should give it a try before it disappears. Next one is a brand new tea to me, and it is buttered rum. I'm so glad I grabbed this on my birthday because it disappeared off the website almost immediately. I'm actually gonna open this up because I've never tried this one before. It's a black tea and it's gonna have coconut and vanilla cream and butterscotch flavoring in it. So I imagine I'm gonna love it. I've read mixed reviews on this one, but the flavor profiles to me sound like they'll be exactly what I usually enjoy. So I thought I'm gonna give it a try, and I'm so glad I grabbed it because it disappeared. This is one that I would have kicked myself about missing. Sometimes there's teas that I'm kind of interested in and I end up missing out on them, and you know, it's not the end of the world because there's other ones I like more, but I would have been sad about missing this one. Let's see what this tea smells like. Ooh. It smells like rum and coconut. Oh man, I bet that would make a good tea cocktail with like coconut rum. I'm liking that. I actually have buttered rum teas from other companies. I should do like a tea comparison video where I do a tasting of all my buttered rum types. Yeah, I'm liking that. It almost smells like alcohol-y, which for me isn't a bad thing. I enjoy a good cocktail. Huh, interesting. I'm glad I grabbed that one. Okay, next one And this tea is definitely controversial. People either like it or hate it from what I've read online. I got it on a really good sale, although I'm kicking myself slightly because like 5 days later, it dropped like another $3. And then I would have got it for really cheap. But it was still a good price for what I got. And that is Be the Change. It is a rooibos, and rooibos is hit or miss for me, so we'll see how that goes. When they initially did this tea, they released it as a promo to help the bees. I think it was to help sustain the bee population, so part of the proceeds went to like the bee conservatory, I think. I can't remember for sure. But some of the money from these went to help bees in whatever way they help bees. I'm really curious about this tea because of the kind of polarizing effect it had on people. So I'm just gonna smell it right now. A pretty big bag worth too. Oh, okay. I mean, it does smell like honey, but there's something else. What is that? Oh, echinacea, I bet. I would imagine that's what I'm smelling. Red clover flower, interesting. Fenugreek seeds. Never heard of that. That is going to be a Google later. Yeah, it smells like honey, something floral, and almost like alcohol again. Unless I'm still smelling the buttered rum. I don't know. Maybe I've been influenced by the rum. Not an unpleasant smell. I would say that if I had smelled this in store, I might not have reached for it, but if someone had given it to me, I would have said yes. So that kind of area of okayness, if that makes sense. One of the main reasons I bought this one is I liked the tin, the little yellow tin. I don't know if you know this about me, but my car is actually Bumblebee, like the Transformers Bumblebee. So I thought this would be fun to film with my car because my car is one of my babies, just like my chickens. Man, I should get like a chicken basket and drive my chickens around in my car. Would that be weird? Okay, only a couple more things in this box. First, the empty tin. I got a seasonal tin. I really like this one. I think it's really pretty. It's got like sparkly gold and red. And now for the main event. I actually paid full price for this tea. I normally hold out for sales, but I had a feeling this one would never go on sale. Because normally I wait for my teas to go on deep discount, especially since I like to buy in bulk. I didn't want to wait and miss out on this tea because I've been waiting for this tea to resurface for years. And that is coffee cake. I love this tea. Toss the box down. This tea was one of the very, very first ones that I had in my stash back when my tea collection was very, very small. I can even remember what I had. I didn't have much. I think I had about 6 teas. I had coffee cake, cinnamon, cotton candy, caramel corn, red velvet cake, and birthday cake. So you can see mostly cake teas. Still my favorite flavor profile. I love dessert cakey teas so much. Coffee cake is my restock. I only got 2 bags, 100 grams. I was tempted to get more, but I wanted some diversity in my haul. I could have used my gift card on mostly coffee cake, but I don't know. Maybe I should have done that. I don't know. Well, too late now. It's gone, possibly for good. David's Tea, please bring it back. I actually still have a little bit of coffee cake from my original collection. I'm pretty sure this one was a restock, but once I started to get low, I stopped letting myself have this tea. So I have like a little bit left here. The bag is so old that it's almost faded. It's like from 2016. I was just worried that I would never have it again, so I reserved it for days where I felt like I needed something a little bit special. Oh, I wonder if they've changed the ingredients at all. I should compare. Black tea, candied fruit, cherry juice concentrate. That is not in this old one. I wonder if they taste different. Pineapple, natural and artificial cake flavoring. So this one has one new ingredient. That is cherry juice concentrate, which is interesting. Maybe before I polish off this bag, I'll do like a small side-by-side comparison to see if they're actually any different. That bag looks a little decrepit, so maybe it will get the tin for a while. That is my entire birthday haul. I have some more tea orders coming, so I will be doing some unboxings coming up here again. And once I get my unboxings done, I plan to do my tea collection video for you. It will most likely be a tea collection series because if I did all my tea in one sitting, it might be a 3-hour long video, especially because I like to talk about them. I mean, tea is one of my passions. I get so excited. That's one thing I love about Instagram, the Instagram tea community. I can just like blather on about tea to my Instagram tea friends and they don't get a glazed over look in their eye. They talk back just as excited to me, which is so fun. Although every now and then I start spouting about chickens and I gotta remember tea and chickens, not the same group. I can't help it though. I love my chickens so much. Sweet little Lysander needs a bath so bad. We're almost into spring, so I'm probably gonna do another tea video with Lysander right after his bath. He looks so funny when he's soaked, so I might just keep him in the house to keep him warm, and you'll probably see my soaked rooster. Just imagine like a wet Siamese or Balinese cat where the white fur goes over like the dark skin and they get really, really tiny looking. Oh my goodness, he's so cute like that. The other day I had to wash his tail and then I wrapped him up in a little like baby burrito and carried him around the house for 2 hours. He was so happy. He even tolerated being around other people. Normally if there's other people around, he is so mad. He will like jump up, stand on alert, as tall as his little tiny body will let him be, and then he'll run up right to my face and he'll crow in it. I mean, I can see all the way down his little throat. It is very strange and very loud. It's like he's running up and telling me, someone's here, FYI. It's like so funny. Well, I got off on another chicken tangent. Can't seem to help myself. But I got my tea unboxed. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much to my sister for sending me the gift cards so I could do one of my very favorite things in the whole world on my birthday. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching.